Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to do a quick trade recap from this week's trade. So, first on Monday, we did play something called T-Doc, Teladoc Health. So the reason that I decided to pick this, because I know it's kind of out of nowhere a little bit, so I've been trying to get back into more like swing plays, breakout plays, stuff like that, versus just day trades, because I feel like this works better for everyone. It's easier to call out for me, and it's easier for you guys to be able to get in, not super like fast moving as if I were to still be calling out day trades. So this one I didn't end up swinging, but we did enter, or I entered this on Monday. So on the 10th. So I do remember we entered it around pretty early in the morning. I would say on the 1 hour. Yeah. Okay. So I would say around here or so, maybe one of these candles. We did end up entering that Monday. Possibly, yeah, one of these candles somewhere. This ended up running up, and then I did see some downside potential, so I didn't want to continue holding for that reason, which is why it didn't turn into a swing. I'm actually going to go to the 30-minute. Great. Okay. Yeah, so back here we have Monday right here. Yeah, so I believe we did enter probably around 8:30, 9 a.m., and it did run up quite a bit because this is a lower volume stock. Options don't get much volume on them. And then we kind of got this big breakout, and it was more news-based. This is a company that ended up buying out, or is in works of buying out, their enemy company, whatever, their competitor company. So now they got a big hold on kind of exactly what they do and their business, so we got a ton of good news with that. Again, though, I did see potential. We saw high volume breakout, and that's kind of what I look for. If you go to my swing trading guides and everything in my videos, that's what I say I look for. I look for those higher volume breakouts, stuff like that. This wasn't exactly right on play for what I usually do, but this still worked out nicely. And then I know also got alerted on Thursday from the bot alerts in our group. That play did really well as well. Got a better move on Friday, swung from Thursday to Friday. Did get definitely a better move, but the entire market was just super bullish on Friday, so totally makes sense. But yeah, these were, I believe, I want to say I entered around somewhere in the $40 contracts. They ran up to like maybe 80 cents a contract, somewhere around there. I don't know, I have screenshots are posted in the Discord, so you go look at those. But I'm not going to waste time looking through that. That's not important. But anyways, yeah, so decided to enter T-Doc for that reason. Now, next thing that I'm going to go over is we did take a swing on Apple. So this is also Beast Trade as well. But basically we did enter this on Thursday. I called out entry around this candle right here, somewhere, or these candles right here. Once we were holding that 240 area up with Apple, multiple candles were holding it up. That was the perfect entry and time to enter. If we're here, that's not where I would enter because we're not holding the level that I'm looking for. These candles are holding that up. And as you can see, we're starting to get bullish volume on Apple. The entire market was getting bullish volume. So what was Apple going to do? Apple was going to run as well. So you have to take into consideration about 5 different things. You can't just say, oh, it's holding my level that I'm going to enter. No, there's a lot more to Apple than just it was holding my level. we were getting high volume, we were getting bullish volume. So a lot of thought process through that. Ended up on the day, I think these contracts ran up around 50% or so by the end of the day. And then next day, did pretty well on these contracts. Ended up selling for 100%. So ended up with 100%. So again, I mean, it's not like super complicated for people who are just getting into it, but there's so many different things you need to take into consideration before you just enter something blindly, which is why we entered that. I also entered a very high risk swing that I called out, that I said, don't enter this if you can't handle this type of swing. Please don't enter it. So yeah, AI, I ended up entering this end of the day on Thursday. So around here, kind of got pretty unlucky with this one, I'm not going to lie, because overnight and everything, we were setting up super nicely, and we opened and kind of just dumped. So, I mean, I had sold kind of right when we opened, not for too big of a loss. I'm not even sure who really entered it, because it was so late in the day when I called that one out. But yeah, so reason I did end up entering this, because 1, holding up my levels, my area, 2, we were getting good volume on it, and we were more bullish. Again, overnight was setting up very nicely. Like, we were well above those contract prices, everything like that. So this one was kind of just something that happens, stuff doesn't always go your way, and that's totally fine, it happens. But yeah, so next thing I want to also talk about, there weren't too many trades given out this week, for the reason being that we weren't seeing a whole lot. I mean, besides obviously on Friday and stuff, if you look on the daily on Qs and stuff, or the 30-minute, you look through the day, not a whole lot that's worth it to me to be entering, and this was obviously pre-market. Yeah, so not a whole lot for me going on there, especially with Qs and SPY. Just not really. SMCI did well. If you kind of took my levels on Monday, I told you guys about SMCI. Could have entered then. But obviously they had earnings on Tuesday, so not holding anything through earnings. There were definitely a lot of good levels and areas given out where you could enter things, but yeah, there wasn't just a whole lot I really loved this past week, which was good though. I got to see how a lot of things performed, which some of the main sectors I'm looking at to see breakouts is going to be the aerospace and defense sector. So things like RKLB, RDW is my favorite for sure. The way this is moving right now, I have not yet to enter shares, but I'm most likely going to on Tuesday again, because market is closed on Monday, if you guys didn't know. But yeah, honestly, this is basically all I really have for you guys. Oh, Tempest AI. We've made a good amount of progress on this, so it's going to be hard to kind of navigate this one because of just how much uptrend we've gotten. I mean, like, look at that. That is just nuts. So I'll definitely keep an eye on it. We could see even more of a breakout, but what I would want to see first is some consolidation and then another breakout, probably closer to 100, 105, if possible. So anyways, though, I'll make another video of what I'm actually looking at. But this is just my quick kind of recap of this week. Again, not a whole lot going on this past week. Not a whole lot of trades to be taking, stuff like that. So, and we also had Powell talking both Monday and Tuesday. Then we had CPI data Wednesday, PPI data Thursday. So it was like a lot going on in the economic calendar side of things, which is when you don't really want to be trading. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions at all. Anything else you want me to go over, take a look at for you, please let me know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this, and I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, long weekend. Remember, markets are closed Monday.